Yes. Yes, students, we are discussing about the types of forces. Okay, so firstly, we have discussed about the muscular force, and then today we will start from the friction. Okay, that is a frictional force. And the other types that consist of non-contact. Okay, for example, the forces that are included in the non-contact forces are electrostatic forces, magnetic forces, and the gravitational force. Okay, so the first is a frictional force. It is an example. It is a contact force. Okay, so in the frictional force, the object should be in contact with each other. Only then this frictional force will act. Clear? And the direction of the frictional force, if the object is moving in this direction, then the direction of frictional force is always act opposite to it. Clear? And these should be, the ball and the surface should be in contact with each other. Clear? It is responsible for opposing its motion. If the ball is moving in this direction, then the friction will oppose its motion. Okay, and therefore when we stop paddling, okay, then what will happen? It will at last come to rest. So why? Because the friction come into play. Clear? So friction is very important, that we have discussed in the next the chapter also, that it is necessary for writing on on the board, for walking. Okay, and there is also other effects of friction also, that it cause heat, and there is wastage of energy. Okay, next is that we will discuss is the non-contact forces. Okay, so the force that can be applied without any contact are called the non-contact forces. It is the contact force. So the first one in the non-contact force is the electrostatic force. Okay, or we will discuss magnetic force later. The first is electrostatic force. So it is a force that will come in contact when an uncharged body, when a charged body is come in contact with uncharged or charged body. Okay, we have done the example of scale. When we rub it on our hair, then it will start attracting the pieces of paper. Okay, at that time what we have done, we have charged that scale. Okay, by rubbing it. Clear? And then we have picked the then it attracts the uncharged paper. Okay, so at that time that force that will come is called the electrostatic force. There is another example also, when we rub any balloon and then we stick it into wall. It will get stick to the wall for some time. Okay, it is due to the electrostatic force. And the next is, it is also non-contact force, as when we attract the pieces of paper, there is no contact with the two objects. Clear? And then next is a magnetic force. The force that comes when the two magnets are come closer to each other, there is a force of attraction or repulsion takes place. Okay, जो force आती है उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Magnetic force. Okay, the same if the poles are same, means north and north, then it will repel each other. If south and south, it is also repel each other. If the poles are unlike, then it will attract each other. Okay, so here we have also done the example of magnet. You have observed that the two magnets are not even in contact with each other. Still there is a force that is experienced. Okay, either repulsion or attraction. Clear? And the next is gravitational force. When any object, it is at rest, when I leave it, and it will fall down. Okay, it is due to the gravitational force. Okay, when the two objects are attracting each other and the object will go towards the earth, it is called the force of gravity. Clear? So the similarly gravitational force can be the other examples are the earth is revolving around the sun. Okay, it is due to the gravitational force. And moon is revolving around the earth, it is also an example of gravitational force. Means there is some force that by which it is only revolving around the other object. Okay, that is called the gravitational force. Clear? So the force of gravity will act if the object is having any mass. Okay, and it is also given on the book. If you have not underlined the definition of force of gravity, you can underline it. And on page number 137, objects or things fall towards the earth because it pulls them. This force is called force of gravity. Okay, it is an attractive force, means कि attract करता है. Magnetic force में repulsion भी होती है, but in this case there is attraction, and even the two bodies are not in contact with each other, so it is a non-contact force. Clear? You all know that the gravity of moon is 1/6 of the gravity of earth. Clear? That we have discussed. Okay, and the next example that is given, that the water begins to flow towards the ground. Okay, as soon as we open the tap, it is also another example. Next is definition of gravitational force, that the every object in the universe, whether small or large, exerts a force on each other. That is called the gravitational force. Clear? And the next term is pressure. You all know that if we want to cut with a blunt knife, it is not possible to cut in a better way. We have to choose a sharp knife. Okay, why? This will we will study in this topic. And also the other example that I have given you, that the screw or nails that are made of this shape, it is easy to it is easy for us to, अगर हमने ये screw को fit करना है wall पे, it is easy. Okay, it will easily get fit into the wall. Okay, but this, why it is not able to fit in, why we can't use this type of screw? Because here you are saying that there is a sharp end, but it is not that much sharp here. And also, what is the definition? Definition of pressure is the force per unit area, that how much force is acting over a surface. Pressure is equal to force upon area. There is also a question in the practice assignment that if the force is 16 Newton and the area is 1 meter square, so what will be the answer of pressure? So the answer of that question is 16 Newton force and the area is 4 meter square. So the answer will be 4 Newton per meter square. You have to write the units of pressure also. Clear? So here, come to this point, if the pressure area is decreasing, then the pressure will increase. Smaller the area, pressure will be large. Smaller area, larger pressure. Okay, if you are saying it is inversely, अगर ये कम हो रहा है तो ये बढ़ेगा, प्रेशर बढ़ेगा. अगर एरिया ज्यादा हो रहा है तो प्रेशर कम हो जाएगा. Clear? Similarly, that we have done in the example of नेल, ओके, यहाँ पे एरिया ज्यादा है एज कंपेयर टू दिस नेल। सो जितना एरिया कम ज्यादा होगा उतना ही प्रेशर आपका डिक्रीज हो जाएगा। सो वी यूज द nail that are pointed. Clear? Next is we also we all कि हमें जो पॉइंटेड नील जो पॉइंटेड हील्स होती हैं, ओके, अगर आपके जो फुट पे कोई पॉइंटेड हील रख देता है मींस कि आप दर्द आपको ज्यादा होगी। Why? Because the area of that pointed heel is less. Okay, lesser is the area, larger will be the pressure, so it will exert more pressure on your foot as compared to the flat one or flat shoes. Okay, and it is also, you also know that it is easy to walk with the help when we wear flat shoes or flat belly. Okay, and the next is the trucks have also broad tires. Okay, or the tire of cycle is of less area, but the tires of trucks are broad in nature. Here the area will increase, then if the area is increased, then the lesser will be the pressure. Okay, by this, if we increase the area, then what will happen? If we decrease the area of this truck, the tire of the truck, then what will happen? It will sink into the ground. Okay, therefore the area of these tires are broad. Okay, so that it does not sink into the ground. Okay, otherwise it will apply the more pressure. Clear? There are so many examples of pressure. Any question can be framed on the topic of pressure. Any situation will be given to you. What will happen? Pressure will increase or decrease. You just keep this thing in mind that the smaller the area, larger the pressure. Larger the area, smaller the pressure. Okay, and the next is unit of pressure. We have studied that the unit of force is Newton and area is meter square. So the unit is Newton per meter square. Clear? And the next is, it is also called Pascal or Pascal PA. So next we will study about the pressure that is acting, pressure exerted by liquids and gases. So liquids and gases also exert pressure. We have done activities for it. If we take a tube and then fit a balloon at its one end, that at the bottom, and then start adding water from the upper side, what will happen? If the balloon in the initial position is of this shape, then when we add water, then it will bulges out. Okay, so it means that the pressure is exerted at the bottom of that tube. Clear? And the pressure exerted by the water at the bottom will depend upon the height of the water, that how much water you have added. If you have added small water, then there will be small amount of water, then there will be small bulge. Okay, if you have added more water up to it depends upon the height that the water, in what amount of water you have added. Clear? Now next, in the activity 11.9, what we have done, we have taken any container or any bottle. Okay, so what we have done, we have passed a hole at its one end. Okay, and then we have added water into it. Clear? Then what you have seen, what is the observation that, but there is an important thing, there should be no leakage. Okay, you have to fix another pipe into the hole in a very good way that there is no leakage of water. Clear? You will fix it tightly. Okay, and then what will happen then? You will see that then you will cover this end of pipe with the balloon. Clear? Or any rubber sheet you can use. So when we pour the water into it, what will happen? This balloon will start bulging. Okay, if I add more water, then the bulge will increase. Okay, so it depends upon the amount of water that I have added. Clear? So this activity shows that the liquid exert the pressure on the walls of the container also. It is first activity have shown that it exert the pressure at the bottom. Now the next activity have shown that it exert pressure on the walls of the container also. Okay, or any bottle. Clear? If I have given if I pass hole on this side, similarly the bulge will increase on this side also. Clear? If there is no bulge on this side. So in any direction at any height you can pass any hole, you will, the observation will be same. Clear? And the next activity, we will take the another empty plastic bottle. Okay, and then pass 2 or 3 holes. You can we can pass more than 3 also in the different directions. Okay, so what will happen? Suppose it is any bottle that is empty, and then I have passed 2 holes at the same height. Okay, one on the other side. Okay, then what you will see, then start adding water. Okay, fix, when you are adding water, fix these holes with any tape. Okay, आपने पूरा उसमें पानी आपने insert कर दिया, then you will remove that tape. Okay, then what you will observe that water is coming from all the 3 holes. But the important point is you have to pass the hole at equal height. Clear? Equal height में होने चाहिए, ऐसे नहीं कि एक नीचे कर दिया, एक at the upper height उससे थोड़ा ज्यादा कर दिया. You have to measure from the bottom that it is equal in measurement or not. Clear? And then the observation that you will observe that it will exert pressure, equal pressure at the same depth or the same height. Clear? So the liquid exert pressure at the bottom, at the walls, at the all walls, and equal pressure is exerted at the same depth. Clear? And next is, we have studied about that the pressure is exerted by solids and liquids also. Then we will come to the gases. Gases also exert pressure on us. Okay, but the way is we can't feel it because the internal body pressure is equal to the outside pressure. Clear? So we don't feel any pressure on our body. So there is an atmosphere that is surrounding us. So the envelope of air that is surrounding us, it is called the atmosphere. Atmosphere. Okay, so it is the envelope of air. And the pressure exerted by this air is called the atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure. Clear? And its unit is 1 atmosphere. In the case of gases, atmospheric pressure, the unit is 1 atmosphere. Clear? Its unit is 1 atmosphere. Clear? And next is that the weight of the air is equal, if we consider any type of cylinder, okay, and it is filled with air, and then what will happen? Then the weight of air is equal to the atmospheric pressure, is equal to atmospheric pressure. If we consider any empty or any container, okay, and it is of unit area. Sorry students, I will write on the upper side. Any unit area. Unit, what is the mean of unit area? That length and breadth is 1 meter. Okay, so the area of the weight of that column that is filled with by air is equal to the atmospheric pressure. Clear? And the important point is at the sea level its value is 1 atmosphere. Clear? At the sea level it is 1 atmosphere. When we go at high altitude, the pressure start decreasing. Okay, and there is question in your assignment also that what will nose bleeding? Some people suffer from nose bleeding when they go at high altitudes. So why this happened? So at sea level, what is happening? Our internal body temperature pressure is equal to the atmospheric pressure. But as we go at height or at high altitude, what will happen? The pressure decreases. Okay, so there is an imbalance between our body pressure and the atmospheric pressure at that place. So therefore the person is suffering from nose bleeding because the blood capillaries get ruptured. Clear? And the person who go at height, they also carry oxygen cylinders with them because the oxygen is also decreasing in amount as we go at a high altitude. Clear? So at sea level, the atmospheric pressure is 1 atmosphere, and when we go at height, it decreases. So next is, now we have to measure the atmospheric pressure is small or large. We have taken the example of a rubber sucker. Okay, in what will happen in that case, when we stick it into it is made up of rubber. Okay, there is no any type of glue or any type of adhesive in it. Okay, so still it is able to stick to that wall. Why it is happening? Okay, when we stick that rubber sucker into the wall, what will happen? There is a atmospheric pressure that is acting on it. Okay, clear? That will not allow to उससे जो रबर सकर है वो रिमूव नहीं होगा इतनी जल्दी अगर हम स्मूथ सरफेस पे इसको स्टिक करते हैं. To remove that rubber sucker, we have to apply the force. Okay, and that force should be more than the atmospheric pressure. Clear? तभी वो आप उसमें आप एबल होगे उस रबर सकर को स्मूथ सरफेस से रिमूव करने के. Otherwise it will not get removed. You have to apply more force than the atmospheric pressure because the atmospheric pressure is acting on that rubber sucker. Okay, and when it sticks to the surface, there is pressure that is acting on it. Clear? It is an important point that atmospheric pressure is acting on it, and we have to apply more force than the atmospheric pressure. Clear? How so? Why it is not able for the human to pull the rubber sucker? Why the person is have to apply more force? So what happened there? अगर उसमें कोई भी एयर नहीं होगी तो वो जो पर्सन है वो उसको रिमूव कर ही नहीं पाएगा. Air vacuum is created at that time. Okay, so the person is not able to remove that rubber sucker. So the next is the way, if the area of my head is 15 into 15 centimeter, how much weight of air would I carry on my head? So the area is given as 15 into 15 centimeter, and what will be the weight that the person is carrying? We have also solved it. It comes, the force that is acting is 2250 Newton. Okay, this is the force that is acting on the head of that person. Clear? So this chapter is completed. Yes, then there is another point also. If the force is acting on all from the all sides on us, for example, it is a person and the pressure is exerted by the atmosphere on the human, or there is a table, the force that is exacting on the pressure is exerting on it, why it does not get crushed? Because the internal body pressure get cancelled with the atmospheric pressure, so we don't get crushed. Okay, and these forces and the pressure that is acting will cancel each other. Okay, so the blood that is flowing in our body is also flowing with the pressure, so at that time it will cancel each other. Clear? Yes students. Yes Mahib.
मैम मुझे इस चैप्टर में से डाउट नहीं है.
Okay.
एक और मैम जो क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन वाला चैप्टर है उसमें मैम जो कल गूगल फॉर्म आया था मैम
Yes.
उसमें थ्रेशिंग विनोइंग मैंने आपको सेंड किया था मैम उसका क्या आंसर आ गया?
Okay students, just see what is thrashing and what is winnowing. Okay, so the thrashing, in the case of thrashing, it is a process of separating the grains from the stalks. Okay, it is, क्या होता है मैं आपको समझाती हूँ कि स्टॉक्स जो है वो रिमूव होते हैं थ्रेशिंग के प्रोसेस से, ठीक है, ग्रेन में से. बट इट ऑल्सो हैपन एट दैट टाइम, जैसे कि हम बाय बीटिंग द स्टॉक कर रहे हैं, हम उसको बीट कर रहे हैं तो उसमें से ग्रेन निकलते हैं, ठीक है. सो इट में ऑल्सो हैपन दैट स्टॉक के साथ साथ वो जो शेफ है वो भी रिमूव हो जाता है. Clear? This process of separation of the grain from the stalk is called threshing. Clear? But जैसे कि हम एनिमल्स की हेल्प से करते हैं, with the help of any animal, for example bullock, okay, then in the case of threshing chaff is also removed in it. थोड़ा सा रिमूव हो जाता है, जो शेफ बचता है वो हम विनोइंग से ही रिमूव करते हैं. Clear? You can make correction where you have written that what is thrashing and what is winnowing. Clear? In the process of winnowing, the chaff is separated from the grain. Clear? With the help of wind also the winnowing takes place. Yes Mahib.
यस मैम मैंने पूछना था।
यस
यस
बच्चे,
मैम तो मैंने पूछना था, तो मतलब बुक में गलत लिखा हुआ है?
actually Mahib, you can also refer to the 6th class NCERT book. I
मैम
have
तो
checked
इसमें
in,
गलत लिखा है।
yes, in the 6th class notebook it is given that the threshing is removed from the grains, the stalk is removed from the grains, and this process is called threshing. ओके, बट इट ऑल्सो हैपन्स है जब हम थ्रेशिंग करते हैं तो उसके साथ साथ जो शेफ है वो भी रिमूव होता है, बट जो पूरा कंप्लीट शेफ है वो हम विनोइंग प्रोसेस में ही रिमूव करते हैं।
मैम उन्होंने लिखा है कि द फार्मर्स विद स्मॉल होल्डिंग्स ऑफ लैंड डू द सेपरेशन एंड ग्रेन। मैम तो मैंने पढ़ा था थ्रेशिंग और विनोइंग जब वो दोनों एक ही प्रोसेस है। मैम बाकी बुक्स भी हैं मेरे पास, मैम उसमें ये लिखा हुआ है दैट अनदर प्रोसेस ऑफ सेपरेशन ऑफ सीड ग्रेन फ्रॉम द शाफ्ट हस्क एटसेट्रा इज विनोइंग। और मैम इंटरनेट पे भी मैम जो क्या कहते हैं थ्रेशिंग की जो दी हुई है मैम उसमें शाफ हस्क और स्टॉक्स तीनों लिखे हुए हैं। मैम शाफ जो है उसकी डेफिनेशन
एक्चुअली
ढूंढे
बच्चे व्हाट,
तो
एक्चुअली बच्चे there are so many definition on the internet also, that on the internet it is also written that the process of separating the chaff from the grain, it is called winnowing. It
मैम
is
तो
also
अगर हम
written, but
थ्रेशिंग लिखते हैं तो
if
मैम वो
we
गलत
follow
है।
the if we follow the NCERT book, here the definition in the 6th class, it is the separation, the process of separating the stalk from that. Okay, एक्चुअल में स्टॉक ही सेपरेट होता है, शेफ उसके साथ सेपरेट हो जाता है जब प्रोसेस चलता है, ये उसमें से थोड़ा सा शेफ निकल जाता है, प्रॉपर शेफ उसमें से रिमूव नहीं होता है।
मैम तो अभी तो हम 8th क्लास की बुक को ही रेफर करेंगे ना मैम, तो 8th क्लास
बच्चे
की बुक में तो यही लिखा है।
एक्चुअली थ्रेशिंग में नॉन एडिबल जो स्टेम है वो रिमूव होती है, इट इज द करेक्ट आंसर।
मैम
स्टॉक
तो
ही रिमूव होता है थ्रेशिंग में।
मैम तो जो कल गूगल फॉर्म था मैम उसमें फिर मैम उसके
उसमें
मार्क्स
आंसर विनोइंग आना था, because it is written that what is the process of separation of grain from chaff. So the
तो मतलब
chaff
इस
is
बुक को
totally removed in the
नहीं
process
करना।
of winnowing. Don't get confused. Threshing is a separation of stalk. In this, the chaff is also removed. Okay, and in the winnowing, it is not wrong. We can't say that it is wrong that in threshing their chaff is not removed. It is not totally wrong. Chaff remove हो जाता है. Okay, but the main thing is that threshing में है जो stalk को हम separate करते हैं, जो non edible जो उसकी स्टॉक है पूरी व्हीट का। क्लियर?
ओके मैम।
In the winnowing, in the process of winnowing, the chaff is completely removed. The lighter and the heavy particles are separated with the help of winnowing.
ओके मैम।
Yes.
मैम ये देखो ये जो बुक है मैम इसमें यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है द प्रोसेस ऑफ सेपरेटिंग ग्रेन सीड्स फ्रॉम द शाफ इज कॉल्ड थ्रेशिंग।
Actually, if we see the different books, if we see the internet also, there are so many definitions that are given. I am telling you the right one. Okay, so the separation of stalk from the grain is called threshing, bache. Okay, don't, if you search on it more and more, you will get more confused about it. It is just a simple thing that when we separate the stalk from the grain, it is called threshing. In this, the chaff is also removed. I am not telling the chaff is not removed. It is removed. ओके, बट जो थोड़ा सा जो कवरिंग है, जो आउटर कवरिंग है वो बच जाती है, जो लाइटर कंपोनेंट्स है वो बच जाते हैं, वो विनोइंग में रिमूव होते हैं।
यस मैम, तो मैंने तो मैम बुक को ही फॉलो किया, तो मैम गलत तो नहीं करना चाहिए कि अगर मैंने मैम मुझे भी लग ही रहा था कि शायद स्टॉक से रिमूव होता है, पर मैम बुक में लिखा था इसलिए मैंने कर दिया।
ओके, नहीं, इट्स ओके बच्चे।
ओके
we
मैम।
actually we learn more things day to day. Clear? So here the written only the thing, it is not wrong. They have written chef. Okay, just they have not mentioned the stop. The thing is only this. Clear? Yes, Arush and Nishka. Yes, बच्चे. Ma'am, please unmute Nishka and Arush.
Wait, ma'am, doing.
Okay, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, but
Ma'am, difference between thrashing and winnowing में क्या आएगा फिर?
it is removed. The same definition will, you will write the definition and then you will take the example of